Hey YouTube guys and gals, today I'm doing something a little bit different on the wet coast. I'm messing around with this. This is a Coleman BT200X Minibike that I bought a couple of months ago. I've ripped around on it for a couple of hours now and it's a lot of fun, but it needs some enhancements. First off, it's a pretty basic little bike. It's got a rudimentary front suspension, couple of shocks. It's got nothing at the back. The only suspension comes from the fat tires that are inflated to about 10 psi. It has a 196cc single-cylinder engine that's a rip-off of a Honda design. It's got a rack. That's a good thing. Throw a little cooler on there and get up into the mountains. It has a drum brake and no front brakes at all. That makes it a little exciting at times. Stopping is more of a suggestion than it actually stops. Got a non-adjustable headlight that's pretty bright. I need to fix that, make it adjustable so it points a little farther down the road at night. And the only thing I've done to it so far is put this hour meter on there. I made a bracket, hooked it into the electrics, and you can see I've done about 1.5 hours of riding on this thing. I hope to do a lot more, but there's some stuff on here that needs to be changed first. And the first thing is this exhaust. It exits right here. Now my leg is up in this area, so there's no danger of being burned, but when you get on the throttle, it's pretty loud. My left ear does not like it. So what I did was buy this little exhaust kit off of Amazon. Now this thing is supposed to fit all the 196 or 212cc clone single-cylinder engines you can buy. Harbor Freight carries them as the Predator line. Princess Auto, it's Power Fist. They're all clones of a Honda design. And this exhaust is supposed to fit it. It comes with some straps. It comes with some exhaust wrap. I probably won't use this. I don't like the stuff. It's ugly. And I don't think it really does anything as far as performance. And it may stop you from burning your leg, but if you're riding around in shorts, you kind of deserve it. Fairly well wrapped. It is nothing but a 90-degree, I guess 1-inch pipe. And what can't be anything other than a lawnmower muffler. Sure looks like it. That's gonna go in there like that. Oh, and look, it actually came with some hardware too. A hex key, some socketed head bolts, and a gasket. Now the reason why I got this one is because it is supposed to fit the 196cc and the 212. I have a Power Fist 212 engine that I'm going to put on this bike at a later date, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because this stock from Coleman comes with a centrifugal clutch and the 1 gear. And I don't like it because when you're on a hill, you can't get the engine going enough to get you up that hill. So I'm gonna switch it to a CV or a torque converter style belt transmission. This engine has a 16mm output shaft, which is like really weird, whereas most other ones have a 3/4 or a 1-inch. It's a lot easier to get the 1-inch or the 3/4 inch torque converter transmissions for these engines than it is for a 16mm shaft. But I'll do that in another video. Gonna put this on, should only take me 5 minutes. We'll see how it goes. So the extent of removing this exhaust is just 2 1/2-inch nuts on this engine. Undo those and this whole boxy exhaust will just come out. Ta-da, nothing to it. There's a bit of heft to that too, so this will make the bike a little bit lighter. So my first problem I can see right away is that the frame is in the way of the pipe. Well, I thought this was going to be a quick 10-minute job. Obviously it's not. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to cut the pipe and I'm going to rotate it about, I don't know, I guess 45 degrees. And then the exhaust will come out hopefully far enough from the from the frame that it's not going to cause a problem. All right. And this is also chromed, so it's going to be fun when I weld that. If only it came out another inch or so. Maybe that's what I'll do instead, is I will maybe cut a pie slice out of the pipe and just kick it out a little tiny bit. And then just weld it shut. I think this thing cost me like 60 bucks Canadian, so it's no big deal. I'll be curious to see how it sounds. So let me get on that right now. Let me grab a nut to hold that in place. So that'll be what it looks like. I'll just fill that gap up with weld, grind it down, make it smooth. It's coming out past the rack, so if I put anything on there, the exhaust can burn it. And it's far enough from the frame to cause any problems with heat. Oh, hey, look, it's a PSA. I just want to comment that this is chrome plated. Chrome is not too nasty to when you're welding, but you really don't want to breathe a lot of the fumes. I'm only doing a very small weld, filling this gap and stuff. I'm going to be holding my breath most of the time. But if you're not a professional welder, whenever you do any type of welding, kind of have a look up of the metals that you're welding on and see if the fumes are going to cause any problems. Cadmium is nasty stuff. That's that sort of goldish yellow coating that you quite often see on automotive parts like linkages, like stamped steel parts, things like that, has a yellowish. Do not ever weld that stuff because you could die from it, as far as I understand. Anyways, do a little research first. I'm gonna hold my breath and hope for the best. Otherwise, I'd be wearing a respirator, but I'm not welding that much, so. Now I have to decide what I want to look at less. Ugly exhaust wrap or my welds. On with the gasket, on with the pipe, on with the lock washers. On with the nuts. And that's it. I've got the nuts tightened down good and tight with lock washers. I've tightened on the actual muffler itself. Sticking out far enough, it's pretty secure. Let's go see what she sounds like. So I really like the sound of this muffler. It's a lot more muted than the original boxy one that was on the engine. I did in the end put the ugly exhaust strap on it because boy, that exhaust got hot, and I will burn myself in a heartbeat when I'm not careful around this thing. Get yourself a welder. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it. Teach yourself how to weld like I did. Doesn't have to be pretty, but boy, it opens up some options. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're enjoying my channel, why not subscribe? But regardless, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.